rebellions are built on hope.
And welcome to another episode of Radio Rebellion, a Star Wars podcast. I'm your host, Alberto Calderon, and thank you for joining us on another Star Wars Saturday. As we're here, going solo. Otis out this week, he'll be out next week. And then we'll go on with our Skeleton Crew recaps when that drops in a couple of days. But we're here, we're having fun. It'll be a laid-back show as always. Not a lot of actual news out there. A couple of reveals, some fun nuggets. Cool images, cool little clips for Skeleton Crew. So we'll go over all that. So again, be a chill show as always. Nothing major going on, but we're here to have fun. So thank you again to everyone that joined us on this Star Wars Saturday. How are you guys doing today? It's been Thanksgiving is next week, so a lot of you guys out there, my kids at least, they have the whole week off, Thanksgiving week. I do have to work for a couple of days, but if you don't, congratulations, enjoy the whole week. And if you're like me, I have to work Monday through Wednesday or even through the weekend. Who knows? I feel you. Hopefully this little 45 minutes, 60 minutes I will do today will bring a little smile to your face, as always. But if you're watching us live, thanks for being here. Thank you so much. If it's your first time, make sure you subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any of the new episodes when they drop. Usually Saturdays at this time. Comment down below if you're watching this later on the recap or in the rewind, and if you want to leave us any comments, any thoughts or anything about the topics we discussed today or anything Star Wars, we'll come back and look at them and make a note for next time. Like this video, always those thumbs up really help push the algorithm, right? We want to have fun Star Wars out there, positive Star Wars. So let us move forward. And if you're listening to the audio podcast, thank you also so much. That's where we started. Still doing it. Give us a 5-star rating and review if you do have the time and the desire. But thank you for being here. It's gonna be a fun time. Let me see, before we start, let me see who's out there first. Oh, our friend Dale is here. How you doing, Dale? Thanks for joining us. You're watching an auction info live stream, so that's fine. Go into your auction, try to get something. Hopefully you get whatever you're trying to purchase or outbid someone out there. That's fun stuff. We gotta see more of that in Star Wars, maybe a little auction all the old Empire stuff. After they followed the Empire, they're auctioning off TIE fighters, Star Destroyers, very smaller stuff, some computers, equipment, droid. I'll bid on some Empire era droids. It'll be fun. All right, Dale, hopefully you're having fun in your auction. So I finished listening to the Force Unleashed audiobooks. I've been listening to it for a couple of weeks now. Thanks again to Penguin Random House Audio for sending that over. I'll have my written review on the website soon, hopefully at some point early next week. Next week or the following one, but I'll have that up. Spoilers, I mean, this has been out since I think 2008, 2009. It's retelling of the video game, of the first one. It's a very cool book. It does feel like a video game, especially those first like 10 chapters. Feels like you go to Vader, it tells you to go on a mission. You complete your mission, you come back, report to Vader. He sends you to another mission. You come back, find this Jedi, kill that Jedi, come back. So it feels very video gamey, which is fine. But it is a retelling of the video game, so it's understandable. Might get a little bit repetitive. I kind of wanted those investigations into finding those Jedi that Star Killers. Looking forward to be a little bit more in depth, like an actual investigation. Where there was pretty quickly, go find this Jedi, and then that same chapter, find the Jedi, fighting, come back and report. But it's cool. I think it's my favorite audiobook in the sense, the production, the way that Mark Thompson embodies Star Killer, every pain, emotion, anger, the power behind Star Killer. Behind the voice of Mark Thompson was great. The sound design, as always, it's exceptional. But this one, you can really feel that you were there when Vader was breathing. You can feel that basically in the back of your neck. So sound production, top notch. And as the story goes on, it does pick up and becomes more about what you expect from a Star Wars novel. So it's a very cool story. I won't go over all of it here today, but cool. If you haven't read it and you're or listened to it and you're interested in more about the story of Starkiller, if like myself, you played the video game once when it came out in 2000, whatever the video game came out, I never finished it. I remember just the iconic of pulling down the Star Destroyer, and the way that's described in the book is great. It's almost a full like 30-minute chapter just dedicated to pulling down the Star Destroyer. So very interesting. Again, so yeah, check it out. I'll give it probably around 3.25 stars out of 5. Not my favorite, but a pretty cool listen out there. I get that sound just for the production itself, listen to the music, the way that I bring some of the themes from the original trilogy, especially the fight between Vader, Luke, and the Emperor. That music at the end, they tie it to a scene here in the book. It's great. It's great. Again, thanks one more time to Penguin Random House Audio for sending us a copy of that Tempest Runner audio, not audiobook, like a full-on audio cast. That's great. Like halfway through it, the embargo drops on Tuesday. I don't think I'll have my review ready by then, but surely next week at some point we'll have our full review of Tempest Runner by Kevin Scott. Lorna D teaming up with some Jedi to deal with whatever's going on after the fall of Starlight. So if you like Tempest Runner, the first Lorna D audio drama, then this is right up your alley. The voice cast, again, is great. The sound production, everything's so far top notch. But again, I can't talk about it till embargo drops on Tuesday. And thanks to Penguin Random House, no audio, just Star Wars books out there in Penguin Random House for an advanced copy of the review copy of Reign of the Empire Book 1, Master of Fear. Alexander Freed, we know him for mostly, at least myself, for the Alphabet Squadron trilogy. He comes back to deal with the political aspect on Star Wars right after the fall of the Galactic Republic. The Empire's, I think this been in there for 1 year, more or less, or this is right at the beginning. Actually, right at the fall, because I think it has to do also with the delegation of like 2,000 senators or 1,000 that Padme and Bail and Mon Mothma are all kind of involved in. Haven't started that yet. I'll start that after I finish Tempest Runner. This book, for everyone out there, Masters Reign of the Empire, Book 1. There's no embargo for this book. The book comes out February of next year, so in 3 months. There's no embargo, so there's going to be spoilers out there. There's going to be a bunch of reviews. Keep in mind, hopefully in the next couple of weeks. So if you're trying to keep away from spoilers till the book drops in February, be careful out there. I'll tag spoilers when I talk about it. But again, thanks to everyone at Random House Books for sending us those audio review copies and then the advanced copy for Reign of the Empire Book 1, Mass of Fear. I'm really, that's the one. I want to jump into that one very soon, but I got to finish those two, write reviews. I'll have another one. Solo Command is another audiobook from Legends I need to get to, but that's going to be the last one. All right. So before we continue, who else? Our friend Brennan. Brennan, thanks for joining us today. Hello, page turners that were not. Hello there, my friend. I'm very excited for the future of Star Wars, especially after this week. This is almost like the calm before the storm, right, Brennan? A lot of things are coming, and we're gonna today. We really didn't have an episode, but things are dropping. Like Skeleton Crew is about to come out 10 days from now. Skeleton Crew drops, and then we're back into Star Wars television. But like I just said, we have the Tempest Break. If you're an avid High Republic reader, a High Republic fan, Tempest Breaker next week. Embargo drops, so we'll start seeing those reviews come out. The book comes out in a couple of weeks. Then early next year, again, if you like to read, February, Mass of Fear, Reign of the Empire drops. And then we're going to talk today, our first news. I'm going to go there in a minute, but we got more Andor stuff that just dropped. That comes out in April. Then in April also we have Celebration, and then we just keep going. So yeah, it's like after this week, Star Wars, I said it last week, I don't want to say Star Wars is back. Star Wars never left, but it's going to be out there for everyone. So very excited. And if you guys out there, give me 1 second. I just drooled all over myself. For you guys watching, if you're in the chat, again, just let us know, what are you excited for in these next coming months, years? years. And next coming couple of months, what are you most excited for? Skeleton Crew's right there. Andor's coming. More animated Star Wars. Wink, wink. Um, Audiobooks, regular books. It's a lot of video games. There's a bunch. So, with that said, if you guys are ready, I'm not ready. Let's talk Star Wars and Star Wars news.
Star Wars news.
Whew. All right, Star Wars news. And we start. I try to keep it out as much as I could, but the big announcement this week is Visions is coming back. So in a Disney showcase in Singapore, it was revealed that Star Wars Visions will return with its third season in 2025. So no date, like no set date, but Vision Season 3 is coming. Like we just said, this is Calm Before the Storm. We have Skeleton Crew in 10 days. Then we have Andor, Star Wars Celebration. We have Star Wars Celebration first, then Andor, and now Vision Season 3. This is a no-brainer. I think I mentioned it a couple of weeks ago. If not, it's been in the back of my mind for a while. That I thought that was going to get announced at Celebration. Makes sense. Announcing Celebration, this comes out, I'm going to guess summer to early fall. So late summer, July, August. Between July and September, I would guess that Vision comes out. Maybe even October. So about those 4 months, 4 or 5 months, it should probably come out. So a bit surprised that they announced it so early, or again, not waiting to Celebration when this dropped on a random Tuesday, like Ote loves to say. And it actually was a random Tuesday, but it was midnight here on the East Coast. I'm like, really? Midnight? You're announcing that Star Wars Vision Season 3 is coming out? This is one of the things from Lucasfilm that just hit. Everyone loves Vision. Season 1 and Season 2 have been incredible. So to announce it kind of middle of the night was a weird decision, a weird choice. But then people kind of reminded me, well, this going back to Japan, a lot of the international audience might be kind of gravitate to Visions more than the American fans. So maybe that, again, don't think just about the US. But also when I heard, no, that this was Disney was doing a showcase in Singapore. They announced it there. It's like 2 in the afternoon over there, or 12 in the afternoon. So it made sense. Okay, you're there. Announce it there. We'll figure it out. I mean, so yeah, great announcement. A bit, I don't want to say surprised. I'm a bit surprised that it's going back to Japan for the anime studio. It's going back to just one country. So it's going back to what season 1 was. I love that season 2 expanded to internationally. A bunch of different countries out there gave us their spin on Star Wars. I put the whole culture into it. So I wanted to see more of that. We did a show about it, what we would have loved to see in season 3, coming from Puerto Rico, the Caribbean. There's a bunch of different culture in there. I know our friend, everyone has a lot of different. Their friend Alan Ching from the Philippines has some great ideas that they could put into it, especially with demand that with I just forgot, with the stranger and Manny Jacinto playing him from the Philippines and bringing that into the way the stranger plays. So maybe do that. So I was a bit surprised they came into just back to Japan. But on the other end, I love anime. I love the anime style, and I gravitate more to that style, to some of the style that we saw in season 2, which I said here during my reviews that this style is very important to me. I don't say more than the story. Of course, the story is the most important thing, but sometimes it was a little bit jarring getting into the story if the animation style pulled me out. And I have that with a couple of the episodes from season 2 that a lot of people out there love, and they're great stories, but the animation style just didn't mesh with me. So going back to mostly anime style, because as we soon see, and again, anime is a vast range of styles. It's not just Dragon Ball Z or Akira or anything. There's a bunch of different elements into it, depending on the studio and whatever spin they put into it. But again, Visions, I'm not gonna complain. I'll take all the Visions that they give us. It's one of the best things that has come out in the anime. I mean, Star Wars animation has killed it since day one. So yeah, give me more Visions. I'll take it. 2025, I guess we don't know when in 2025, with Andor coming out in April. I doubt that this will overlap. Visions in the past, and I'm guessing will be the same thing here. They drop all 9 episodes all at once. I'm expecting them to do the same thing. They do that with the other Star Wars shows, the Tales of the Jedi and Tales of the Empire. They both drop all at the same time. So it looks like that Lucasfilm does when it's, what are they called? We consider shorts. Some of these episodes are 17 to 20 minutes, so not really that short. But anyway, so we have some returning studios and some new studios. So returning, we have Kamikaze Doga, who did The Duel in season 1, Kinema Citrus, which did The Village Bride, Production IG, who did The Ninth Jedi, Trigger, the twins, which is my favorite Star Wars Vision story so far, is from season 1. I love the twins. And then new studios, we have Anima. I think Anima might have been there, or maybe I'm wrong. We have Anima, David Production, Polygon Pictures, Project Studio Q, and Wit Studio. So great combination, amalgamation, collaboration with all the different Japanese studios. I'm glad that we're getting some oldies in there so they can keep expanding their fingers, I guess, in the Star Wars universe. I guess my question for you guys, if you're in the chat, if you're listening to this later on the replay, or even if on the audio podcast, you can let us know. For the returning studios, do you want them to do follow-ups to the stories they already did? I know that Duel, we've got comics and we have novels out there, so that might already be covered, but I know most people are asking for that Ninth Jedi sequel. We have The Village Bride, which resonated with a lot of people out there, a lot of you guys. And then The Twins, which I said was my favorite. And a lot of people want them to follow up on those stories. So let me know, you guys, do you want to see a continuation to those stories from those studios? Or would you prefer those studios to do new stories, to do something else, something new in the Star Wars universe inside Visions? My personal preference would be for them to do something new. We always talk about how we want Star Wars to move forward, to do new stuff. This doesn't mean that you can do new stories inside Star Wars, even in sequels or continuations. Again, that's why we're so excited if we get a Rey Skywalker movie plus the Grogu movie, Mandalorian Grogu. All that's continuation of things we're seeing before that have been set up. But Visions is this non-canon, canon-adjacent, open world that you can do whatever you want to make it feel like Star Wars. I want that to be. Just give me more of your vision of what Star Wars can be. I won't get mad if we get a continuation to Ninth Jedi. I won't get mad if we get a continuation to the twins, because at the end of that episode, the twins were separated. Can't remember the name of them, but maybe I want to see what happened between them. Can they reconcile? Can they find each other again? Maybe I want to see it, but also maybe I just want to see new stuff. So what do you guys think? Oh, I'm sorry, I just banged my cup into the desk. Oh, all right. So Dale, our friend Dale, Skywalker Academy, is saying some continuations and some not. Ronin continued, and the rest, it really doesn't matter. Understand Ronin. Think about Ronin, Dale, and everyone out there. Again, I haven't read the novels. I think the first novel was kind of a prequel to it. I know there's been some other stories in the Ronin universe, I believe. I haven't read them. Think about Ronin. Even though it's not my favorite, it's in my top 3, I think, from season 1. Perfect choice to start off Visions. It's a classic anime Japanese style story. We know how much Star Wars pulled from Japanese culture to create the first movies, and then to bring it back all the way to Visions. I have those characters and be 2 Sith fighting and the droids. It was perfect. It was perfect introduction to the world of Visions. So I wouldn't be mad if they do a continuation or something that similar style. It doesn't have to be the same characters. Can be something else in that universe with that style. I'll take it. Again, Village Bride was great. Just those hills, the way they connected, and the lightsaber reveal. The Ninth Jedi is the one that most people say would fit perfectly in Star Wars canon as is, and I do agree. Again, the twins, I just love the out of this world adventure that they went into, and reminded me of Dragon Ball Z and just this overpowered Jedi, just the more force or whatever, and using the X-wing to cut through the Star Destroyers with the lightsaber and crushing the armor. Just great. Give me more of that. Just the imagination, all those studios is great. So I can't wait. Again, great reveal on a random Tuesday, and we'll see. We'll see what happens. All right, so our second news story, very similar to last week, we talked about this a little bit, is that Empire Magazine keeps revealing new exciting images and information about Andor Season 2. Here you see some of the new images that dropped late this week, now that the Empire Magazine is out there for people to pick up. Some great images. We're going to go through them. Plus, there's some interviews with the cast that are also starting to come out, and with Tony Gilroy, some more information about Andor Season 2 is dropping. I'm okay with it. I know last week I was like, don't give me too much. Like, Skeleton Crew is right around the corner. Last week it was 17 days. Now we're 10 days away. Just pump the brakes a little bit on Andor. But it's just been little things here and there. And it's so close to it coming out anyway in April that it makes sense to start promoting it a little bit. I don't need a trailer now. Leave that trailer for the Super Bowl is coming, and in February, right before Celebration. I doubt it. Maybe they'll probably save that for Celebration. Then Andor Season 2 comes out really close afterwards. So that's it's like 3 weeks. 3 days before Andor drops. So no, maybe beginning of the year, right after Skeleton Crew ends, first trailer for Andor drops. But I pump the brakes a little bit. But the stuff we're getting is great. Some of those images, Cyril Khan and Didra Miro face-to-face inside that ISB office room where all the big decisions happen, where Cyril wants to be. We know he wants to be part of the ISB. He's this guy that just wants to move up the ladder. This glorified mall guard that he was on Season 1. He just wants to keep moving up, up, and up. And he saved Didra at the end of Season 1. So we'll see. Maybe it's you get one invitation, that's it. But I'm happy for him because this is what he wants. And those characters going head to head, not going to head to head, but sharing that scene inside the ISB is going to be great to see. We saw Cassian with Biggs joining heads. It's going to be a very emotional reunion. Adria Arjona talked about it. I'll talk about her quote in a minute. But my favorite one was Mon Mothma meeting up with Luthen Rael. Seems to be in Coruscant, very similar to not Mothma's apartment, but something along those scenes. Maybe it's in the Senate. I don't think so. I don't think Luthen will be over there. But I love seeing the two of them again face to face. The best thing is the squadron or the squad of stormtroopers that's coming up behind them. Like something happened. The stormtroopers are there. They chomping at the base to see what's happening with this rebellion. So again, just upping the ante of what's going to happen in Season 2. So I can't wait. That was my favorite of the new images that dropped. That was my favorite one. Tony Gilroy said that the reception to Season 1 gave him even greater liberty. Studios gave no notes, and no one came to tell him, no, they shouldn't do it. They shouldn't say that, in referring to a character shouldn't say something. We have this running joke here about Tony Gilroy really don't give him 2 Fs about what Lucasfilm or anyone over there tells him. Like, he just goes, does his stuff, and then brings it back here. I just finished, and now you're going to put it out there for the people to watch. I don't think he listens to everyone. If Dave Filoni comes and, hey, we have this canon connects with this character and this book and what is it, I don't care. I'm just going to tell my story. And again, what he did in Rogue One with the reshoots or rewriting the ending, Andor Season 1, I keep saying it's not my favorite Star Wars TV show, but it's the best Star Wars TV show so far. So yeah, no notes. Just let him do what he does. Connected to Rogue One, all the hype is there, the fandom is there, so it makes sense for the studios, the producer, to just let him be, do your stuff, give us the results, we're gonna be happy, we'll watch that. So great to hear that. Officially, we kind of speculated that was gonna be the case anyway, but it's glad to hear from Tony that yeah, they're fine, no notes. The critical acclaim, all the award nominations, they trust us. we trust you also, so we'll keep watching. Adria Arjona, like I mentioned, is saying that Biggs went through a lot when she was held captive by Dr. Goish, which those scenes in season one were just horrifying to see. By the end of it, I think she's still captive. I can't remember if she's rescued by the end of that huge fight out of that war that's going on. But she says, talking about Biggs, she's incredibly effed up by Dr. Goish. The fact that she survived that is a huge triumph. She's definitely not perfect, but she's definitely not as effed up as we saw her at the end of season one. And then regarding the reunion between Biggs and Cassian, Adria asks, they definitely do reunite. When you imagine what these two characters can go through, just remember that Tony wrote it. So it's way more complex than my personal imagination, knowing this character and knowing the story could have ever comprehended. So even for Adria Hona, who's plays Biggs, embodies this character, the way that Tony Gilroy wrote her scenes or her story into season two even blow her mind of what she imagined the story could go, what avenues it could take. So again, it's trusting that writing team as always. So very excited. That again, it's going to be a very emotional reunion. I'm going to want to see how she escapes Dr. Gorge. Will she bring an end to Dr. Gorge? Will she put that machine on top of his head to have him suffer all the screams and yellings of all the kids and all the families and cultures that he destroyed? Or will it just be a shot in the back of the head or in the front of the chest? We'll see. Or does she just runs away because she's so broken at that point? So it's going to be very interesting. I'm really looking forward to it. Biggs is a character that a lot of us love, and coming from a Latin actress and Latin background, a lot of us connected with that. Of course, with Cassian Andor too. But I want to see where this character goes. It kind of could have ended in season one. Will she survive season two? Will she break away from Cassian if he has to go do what he needs to do in order to reach that point where he is at the beginning of Rogue One, or will she be a casualty of the rebellion? I don't know. I want to know what you guys think. Does she make it out alive? I'm always the optimist. I want to say yes, but I don't know. There's a lot of people that won't make it out. All right. They also are saying, you never thought about how close Andor is to Celebration. What are the dates again? So I believe Celebration is April 17th to the 19th or 17th to the 20th. And then Andor comes out April 22nd. So it's that weekend, Thursday to Saturday or Friday to Sunday. I think it's Celebration, Friday to Sunday. And then on Tuesday is when Andor drops. So people that go to Celebration most likely will be able to watch the first couple of episodes. They usually show 2 or 3. And then for the rest of us, 2 days later after Celebration ends on Sunday, on Tuesday, we'll get it. We'll get Andor that Tuesday. So that's why I think then the trailer should probably come out a little bit earlier. So early next year, January to February, we might get the trailer for Andor. But so far, everything they've shown us, everything they're saying, gimme. I'm so ready for Andor, man. Again, it's not my favorite, but like I mentioned last week, just seeing Cassian back and hearing Diego Luna speak as Cassian Andor just got me pumped for it. Just got me excited. So can't wait. Can't wait for Andor season 2 in a couple of months. Finally, 2 years after, 2.5. All right, but something we don't have to wait that long for. And sorry, I messed up I didn't mess it up. It was fine. All right, so our final news topic, which is what's coming, is right around the corner. We've been talking about it. We've been teasing. It's a Skeleton Crew. So Skeleton Crew is about to come out.
We have no idea who he is.
You can trust me.
You're a Jedi, right?
Can you trust them?
Of course.
What just happened?
Watch this.
Skeleton Crew, streaming December 3rd.
December 3rd, Skeleton Crew. We've been getting a bunch of new clips, some interviews out there, a lot of other, I call them podcasts, or other Star Wars fans, influencers, people in this space were able to join like a round table and talk to the creators, talk to the kids, a bunch of other bigger like Collider, Screenwriter, all those have also interviews with the directors. So a lot of information is out. The Skeleton Crew is about to come out. We got about 3 or 4 different clips that just dropped. So what to expect? Let's do some quick speculating, hypothesizing in hyperspace, all that fun stuff. But a bunch of new clips, especially this one I just showed you guys. There's a lot of emphasis on one, Jod being a Jedi, and also being someone that the kids can trust. There's a lot of, we don't know who you are, so you can trust me. I'll take you to a planet. Are you a Jedi? Of course I'm a Jedi. So there's a lot of misdirection here that they're giving us with all these trailers. I think that fans out there are pretty smart that they're not buying this. I think it'll be a double switch here and there. Is Jod a Jedi? I think we talked about it last week. We don't think that he's a Jedi. He might be too young to be a full-on Jedi. I think he might have been close to a Padawan age, 10 years, 10 to 12, when the Fall of the Republic happened. But I don't know. Again, I'm not bad with dates right now. But maybe he's someone that is obviously force sensitive. Maybe the Jedi didn't have a chance to go to his planet before Order 66, and maybe pick him up and bring him to the council, to train him, to the temple, I should say. Maybe the Jedi missing. They were on his way to see if he was force sensitive enough, and then the war started and they couldn't go. So we'll find that out at some point. So I don't think he's a Jedi. Obviously, force sensitive. I cannot say last week he may be part of a force sect out there, followers of the force, or something. The wheels, followers of the wheels, or whatever all those are. Maybe it's not. Maybe just a force sensitive smuggler or scoundrel. We'll find that out. Can the kids trust him? That's the big one. I have a comment from you guys out there on Blue Sky. We're gonna talk in a few. I still believe that by the end of this, he will do the right choice. He's gonna help the kids. By the end of this, he's gonna help get them home. I think they're telling you that, yeah, you can trust me. Of course, I'll take you home. And we all know he's gonna double cross them at some point in the middle of the season. But I think then he'll come back and help them towards the end. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I have a cool question from one of you guys. In some of those new clips, or not clips, interviews, I know we talked about when the first interview or article came out in StarWars.com about a month or so ago. There was a quote that said no one outside their planet knew the name of the planet that kids came from. I didn't know anything of that planet. And then that got removed from the article. Plus, that trailer said, oh, that's an Old Republic credit. Where do you get that? So we started, maybe the planet is part of the old, is known in the Old Republic time. Maybe it's in the outer regions. Maybe, who knows? There's something Old Republic that they're trying to keep away. And then in one of these articles or interviews, someone said that, I believe the quote was that planet used to be the crown jewel of the Old Republic. So there's more into this Old Republic, not time period. I don't think it's not time travel. Maybe time works different. I just watched Interstellar, so my sci-fi brain is going haywire, trying to figure out where everything works. Wormholes and black holes, and if you just go around, it's every hour is 70 years. So all that is running through my head. I don't think we'll see anything like that in Star Wars. It would be cool if they're in a different time period. I don't know how it might work. But starting to bring more of the Old Republic into new canon is great for every Star Wars fan. It opens up the door for a bunch of new stories. Once you start really talking about the Old Republic, then you can go back and do shows, do movies, do books, do animated shows in the Old Republic time period. We know we have that Dawn of the Jedi movie, which should be even before the Old Republic. It depends when you want to set that, what the Old Republic was. But you can start setting all those things up. So I don't think it's just a throwaway line that they said used to be the crown jewel of the Old Republic. Where did you get this Old Republic credit? They took that little line out of the article. I think the Old Republic storyline is going to be a bit more important than what I thought it was going to be a couple of weeks ago, maybe a couple of months ago to a couple of weeks ago. I think we'll find out a little bit more about what's going on in this planet. Why is it so different from the rest of the galaxy at this time period? This is around the Mandalorian time period, so 3 to 6 years after the fall of the Empire, after Return of the Jedi. So the whole galaxy was in a galactic civil war. Why is this planet different? Where is it in wild space? Is it in the outer regions? Why didn't it affect them? I think that's going to be very important to the story. And again, one goes to one of the questions that you guys sent us. Ooh, I need a drink of water. Sorry out there. So what do you guys think that pirates are looking for? It is very... The show seems to be centered, again, these kids are a little bit bored with their planets, a little bit monotonous. They find this ship, they go out on an adventure, and the pirates are looking for them. And then we know from one of the trailers and the clips, it seems like they go into a cavern or this cave that's filled with jewels and treasure. So what are the pirates searching for? We kind of joked here, speculated. Wait a minute, what the hell is going on? No, wait.
Hey!
You're driving and you're calling in?
Yeah. So I was in Miami all day, and I got home, and I was going to the gym, and I checked YouTube to see what I was gonna listen to while I was at the gym, and I saw you were live, and I was like, okay, I'll join on my way to the gym.
Oh my God. Dude, don't crash out there. They're going to blame us. It's live.
It's like a 4-minute drive.
All right, we're just speculating a little bit of Skeleton Crew, but let's get your thoughts on Visions. Vision Season 3 coming out next year.
Oh, the thing that made you grumpy, they announced that Japanese time and not US time.
Yeah,
Okay.
sorry.
No, didn't we know this already?
Not officially. We kind of speculated it was going to be announced. At least I thought in Celebration, but...
Yeah, no, I thought it had already been announced, but yeah, cool. It's all Japanese studios, right?
Yeah, so I was kind of talking, I was a bit bummed that it didn't go again internationally to a couple more places, but
yeah,
I'm not going to be mad about more Visions and more anime style stories out there.
No, I mean, like, I think it's fine if they, maybe they'll do like 1 year all Japanese and then another year. I mean, who knows how long this is going to go on for, but, yeah, I don't really mind. Like, I actually like Vision Season 2 more than Season 1.
Yeah.
But I'm still fine. It's just such a different version of Star Wars that I just, like, honestly don't mind.
Yeah, that's what we're telling Visions. You can do whatever you want. So just give me whatever stories and I watch them. It's like the whole galaxy is there for them to explore. Are you one of those that want to see the continuation of some of those stories in some of those studios like coming back, like Ninth Jedi, The Twins, Village Bride, Duel?
There's something about it that, like, keeping it there, I think is special. And just letting the mind go crazy. That's just such a Star Wars thing. But if they do the 10th Jedi, I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna lose it.
Yeah.
The younger instead of the elder. I don't know. I hope they have fun with it though.
That's it. It's no, even though I prefer if they just go with new stuff, because that's the cool thing about Visions. You can just keep expanding it.
Mm-hmm.
Those stories are the perfect ones to continue. Like the Ninth Jedi is that almost canon story you could tell, and if you just want to keep expanding it, it just makes sense. So there's nothing to be mad about. Whatever way they go, there's nothing to be mad about.
Yeah, actually, and thinking about the Ninth Jedi, it makes me more excited for things like Dawn of the Jedi. Like, those things are in universe, but so far away that we don't. You can be like, yeah, it's a side story. So, yeah. Hopefully, we got the 10th Jedi though.
That'll be cool. All right, Ote, I don't want to keep you on driving, and then we're gonna.
I mean, I'm looking at the street. I'm not. If you see me looking at the camera, I'm in a red light. If not, then yeah, I don't mind.
All right, so we'll keep going. So we're talking about Skeleton Crew and trying to speculate a little bit as we get closer. About 10 days away, we've got a bunch of new clips that keep dropping every day almost. Star Wars keep putting stuff out there. They keep emphasizing the fun of this show, which is what I love. Just keep emphasizing how fun it is. But also they are kind of teasing can you trust Jod? Is he a Jedi? They can keep pushing that up front, like, yeah, trust him. Yeah, he's a Jedi. Is this just obviously, no, he's not a Jedi, and no, you can trust him?
Nah, you can trust him. Like, I'm all in with your tweet. They're setting him up. Yeah, that's what's gonna happen. It's Star Wars.
Yeah. By the end of it, he'll come back and help him.
Is my audio any better, by the way?
Yeah, it seems fine.
Okay.
I think. I don't know. Anyone out there, Dale, let us know if all this audio is fine. So we talked a little bit. One of the interviews the creators had with a bunch of people out there. I think they said something that their planet was the crown jewel of the Old Republic.
Yep.
Which that not going so far to Dawn of the Jedi, but opens up then Star Wars to a bunch of different stories now you can tell in the Old Republic time period, because they're setting it up as something that happened.
I mean, do we know when the Old Republic starts and ends? Because they could like change it and be like the Dawn of the Jedi is during the Old Republic.
Yeah, we don't know. No idea. Is it far beyond? Is it starts there? Again, it's start bringing it up now, and then it makes sense when you start connecting.
I'm gonna do some very irresponsible speculation. What's their planet's name?
Oh, what was it? They said it.
Whatever.
A bad name. I didn't like the name because it repeated.
Whatever.
Oh, it's Attic or something. Because people said, "Oh, is this a pun in the Adat name of the walkers, like Addit or something?" I didn't like it. Okay, what's your speculation?
That's gonna show up in Dawn of the Jedi.
All right.
or maybe like it's the planet is actually an imperial experiment and it has nothing to do with the past.
I mean, we do have a question from our friends over from a certain point of view that I'm going to get to in a little bit. But it's what's going on with this planet? Why is it Star Wars utopia out there? Why does no one know anything about this planet? It's right after the end of the Galactic Civil War, and they're just chilling over there. There's something happening. Or where is this planet?
You know what, Alberto? I'm gonna do some. I'm gonna say something crazy. I think that planet is like space Puerto Rico. Like it's this planet that nobody really knows what it is, and you kind of have an idea what it is, maybe, but you don't know where it is. Like,
you want to visit, but you're not so sure. You had heard good things, but can't visit some places. So
you go to the post office and they're like, "Oh, it's international shipping," and you're like, "No, it's not." And they're like, "Oh, you're right. Oh, what currency do you use? Oh, we use the dollar. Oh, really interesting."
No, the worst is when you go to the post office and then the addresses are reversed, because here you put the number of the house first and the street name later. In Puerto Rico, it's the other way, and then can't find it in the address book.
Yeah, because Puerto Rico is very much about the neighborhood you live in.
Yeah, here's the house first.
Yeah.
Anyway,
but they actually changed it, so
okay.
People haven't adapted, but they changed it.
All right. So before you jump in from wherever you are driving in Miami,
I'm in West Palm Beach. I'm in front of a Planet Fitness.
Sorry. All right. They're not our sponsor, but Planet Fitness. If you want to join sponsor, we are talking about Planet, so it kind of works. It's a good segue. Yeah. What are the pirates searching for? Because we kind of said, oh, maybe there is a coordinates to some treasure. Because the whole story centers about the kids running away from the pirates. There has to be something. I don't know.
What if the pirates want to go to their planet?
Maybe. I mean, they find this ship on their planet. How did that ship get to the Old Republic planet or whatever it is? Maybe there's something hiding there that the pirates want.
I have a feeling we're really gonna go into Goonies territory and like this hidden secret treasure in this planet that they need to find, and I don't know, but I think that would be interesting because the kids need to go back home, but they can't because then they will leave the pirates there. So maybe that would be like a fun twist to it.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I don't know. I was thinking last week. I forgot to brought it up last week. I know it's not gonna happen. It's too many connections, but a cool kind of Easter egg out there for all those High Republic fans because it comes back. So I'm gonna spoil Tears of the Jedi. Cilandra shows Shield comes back in Tears of the Jedi. Tears of the Nameless. Sorry.
The book I haven't read a single page about.
Yeah, so sorry. So this shield has been passed through generations of Jedi. Like she passed it on.
But don't tell me who has it. Don't tell me who.
I won't. But it keeps passing. It shows up, and it's a great reveal. What if this shield then ends up in whatever treasure cave that we see in the trailer, and then it shows up in the Rey Skywalker movie with her using a force shield? I'll be dying if I see that in live action. It'll be great.
I think that's very irresponsible speculation.
I know, but it's just,
I don't think all those departments are coordinated. Hey, but if they do it, like, I'll be. If Salandra shows, Shield shows up in Skeleton Crew and or the Rey movie, someone will have to check up.
Yeah, I mean, they will have to drag me from the movie theater. I'll be dead right there. Even if it's just like he picks it up and throws it to the side, like, oh, what's this? And just throws it. We're like, I know that shield.
Not only is that shield in the movie, when they do the whole Lucasfilm 50th anniversary, the zero is the shield.
Oh, there you go. It's perfect. It's been lined up, dude. They don't do this without knowing.
It was set up since the beginning.
Yeah. I love that all the recent clips, they hit me as a parent because Jude Law is myself try to wrangle kids and we gotta go. No, but we're gonna go to a buffet. There's no buffet. There's pirates chasing us. We need to leave now. But we gotta. Yeah. No, that's every parent has been there trying to get kids to go where you want them to go, to know that what you want them to do is important. And then no, let me play 5 more minutes. Yeah. I've been there.
I haven't, but I believe you. I worked at a summer camp, so I get it.
Yeah, it's anyone that works with kids or is around kids has that feeling. And then, like I mentioned, I love how all the clips are highlighting how fun this series appears to be. So, can't wait. 2-episode premiere December 3rd.
I really like that clip, by the way, the one that starts like an 80s trailer with narration and everything. I was like, oh, I hated that they switched it into a modern trailer like halfway through. I wish they had stuck to the bit, but I'll take it. I'm
sure someone will do it. All right, let me see some comments here before you head out.
I can't see anything.
All right, now Dale is saying spoilers from the trailers or what I pieced together. He said he can hear you. I heard you. Can you hear me?
Oh.
All right, and then the kids get on the ship. They tell Wimp's dad and take him out there. They go into the ship again and wake up SM-33. Fern convinced SM-33 she killed the captain. Now she's his master. Yeah, that's from one of the trailers. I love that character, Wimp. She's telling the droid, I killed your captain now. You report to me. She's blasting everyone. I love her attitude so far. So,
when is the main character one? The one that's reading the stories?
Fern, I think. I don't know. I just know Neo because that's the only thing.
He's God. It's gonna take it's probably gonna take a couple of minutes for me to learn those names.
Yeah. So Daily finishing up saying SM-33 takes them to the pirate planet, but on their way they break down or get attacked by bounty hunters and end up in jail. SM-33 finish taking them to the pirate planet with Jod helping them. Could be.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. All right. So let me finish up. If you need to leave, Oti, I understand, but I just want to get through some comments from you guys in a segment we called Rebel Thoughts.
Well done.
You're a rebel now.
Sorry, I cut you off.
Oh, no worries. I'll take one of them and leave.
All right. So let's start with these ones. Our new friends up at Blue Sky Star Wars Legends Lounge at swlegends.bluesky.social said, I think Jod is a member of the pirate gang he warns the skeleton crew off in the trailer. I think he did something to put himself on the outs with the pirates, And when he sees the ship the kids have, he uses them to escape and outrun the pirates to the treasure they're looking for. That could be a cool twist if he's kind of this Captain Jack Sparrow that used to be part of the pirate gang. They kicked him out, so is he a pirate still? Is he trying to get back? I think that could be a cool twist.
It's interesting because as I heard it, I was like, that's such a cliche. And then I was like, but I didn't think about it. So that sounds cool. Yeah, it'd be fun. I now kind of wish that's true though. Like I wish he's not just a scoundrel, like just a Han Solo stand-in character.
Mm-hmm.
So if they manage to do the whole like he's an ex-pirate or something like that, that I think that would be cool.
Yeah. And then it keeps that, is he going to betray them? Can you trust him? Angle going through most of the season. And then when the decision comes, you don't know where he's going to fall. So I think that works. So I do like that one.
Okay.
All right, Oti, we won't keep you any longer.
Yeah,
Thanks for joining. I don't know where. Have fun. All right. We'll see you in a couple of weeks. Take care. All right. I'll kick him out. All right. Well, thank you, Oti, for showing up out of nowhere. No, he wasn't driving live, but he was paying attention to the road. All right. Our friend from a certain partners queue at facpapod.bluesky.social said, can't wait to figure out why their home planet is unknown by others and what exactly they are training those kids to become in Star Wars Utopia. So yeah, we kind of touched on that a little bit. Ooh, excuse me, as we were going. I don't know. The big question is, why don't people know about this planet? Why is this planet so far off from the effects of the galactic civil war? And after 5 years, they've just been like, you guys are saying, this Star Wars Utopia. Is it so far away from what's going on in the Republic? Again, they can be in wild space in the outer regions, unknown part of the galaxy, not affected by anything, away from pirates and bounty hunters and slavers and the Hutts and all that. Very exciting. And every time they talk about the Old Republic, how does it connect to this planet, it brings up more and more imagination for all of us out there to kind of think what's going on. So I'm right there with you guys. I don't know what's going on. I want to understand. Do they know what's going on outside? Is this Truman Show? Are they in a bubble inside another planet that might be affected and they don't know what's really going on in the outer worlds? I don't know. Very excited to find out. Again, just 10 days. I think they're being, this planet is boring or whatever. It's very tied up to, obviously, to the story we're going to get. But maybe their parents or their teachers are hiding something from that planet. I don't know. There's a lot of unknowns for as much as the trailers have dropped and some of the things we keep hearing. We kind of piece together some of the storyline. The things we don't know about are very interesting. Like this planet, is it part of the Old Republic? Are there Old Republic stories in this planet? Like Oti said, maybe we'll tie up to further stories that Dawn of the Jedi movie or books or more stories going forward than tied to the Old Republic. It's great. I think it's not just setting up what this show is going to be, but it's going to set up a lot of possible stories in the Star Wars universe, and this planet might be part of it. Right, so thank you guys from a certain point of view. Then finishing up with a cool one from Katrina Dennis out there. Oh, Katrina at bluesky.social says the queen of Asajj Ventress. She has important question. Is Asajj Ventress in it? It will be cool. I'm going to say no. I don't think Asajj Ventress is going to show up in this show. It will be great to get Asajj Ventress in live action. I think we're going to get her at some point soon. We know Asajj used to be a bounty hunter. She's by the end of the Bad Batch, with his time correct. Again, I might be wrong. It's the furthest in canon we've seen Asajj. This is right before, by the end of Order 66, halfway to A New Hope. So we still got, I don't know. I mean, I'm 10, 15 years. Of course, she's going to be around. So it'll be great. It'll be great to get her in live action. The ambience with the bounty hunters and the pirates, it fits the character. She's in a different place right now by the end of the Bad Batch, but it fits. So it'll be great if we get Asajj Ventress in Skeleton Crew. Again, we just got her back in animation. So she's fresh in people's minds. I don't think this is the show where we'll get her reveal in live action. It kind of makes sense that she can. It will make sense if she shows up. I don't think, but yeah, just give us more Asajj Ventress. I know that character eventually is gonna make it to live action, so let's give her a cool scene, a cool introduction. But I don't think it's gonna be this one. All right, so let's finish up with some of the comments out there from our friend Dale. If I can find it, I keep hitting the wrong buttons, like I've been doing this for 4 years almost. All right, talking about the planet, Dale is saying, I think their planet is within a nebula caused by something the Empire did, trying to destroy their system, or maybe they did it to hide their planet. Could be. Give me a little bit of Star Trek into this. All these weird nebulas out there causing communication disruptions. And just to finish up, Dale is saying, we'll get Josh's backstory telling why he might be a Jedi. According to something I've heard, but I can't remember where it came from. Again, it can be, I think he might have maybe, like I said, beginning on path or on track to become a Jedi, and then the war started, he didn't finish or couldn't be found. Or again, ages in Star Wars, nobody cares. Maybe he was a Padawan or a youngling, and then just got hidden away, and now we're here. So we'll see. All right, so that will do it. Actually, no, real quick, let's do a well between fandoms. I muted my mic. Well between fandoms, real quick. I've been watching Arcane season 2. Man, I love the first season. Season 2 of Arcane is just killing it. I just watched the first 2 episodes, but I posted this on Blue Sky. Just the visual style of this show, it's unparalleled, it's unmatched. The fighting sequences, the use of colors, the use of music, the character design, perfection. I love this show so much. So season 2 so far is killing it. Started Dune Messiah, the first episode. I want to say it's a little bit slow. It takes its time to get kind of moving. Just the first episode. It's Dune. If you watch the first 2 Dune movies, they're slow. There's a slog you need to get to, but that's just the world building of that universe. So I'm not saying it's bad. It takes its time to set up what's going on. So this first episode of Dune Prophecy, the same way we get a lot with the Bene Gesserit, how they're trying to set things up to keep them in power, set up who's going to be governing all the houses. 10,000 years before the birth of Paul Atreides, we have the Atreides, and I forget the name of the other guys, have been in battle for 10,000 years or hating each other for so long. But I really enjoyed it. I love the world of Dune. I love what they're doing. Travis Fimmel, which we know as Ragnar Lothbrok in Vikings. He's a great character, very mysterious character. He has some weird power that no one really can understand. No one knows about it, actually, but the Bene Gesserit know that something's going on. He burned a kid just with his thought, and at the same time burned one of the Bene Gesserit on the other end of the universe, or the guy, whatever. So yeah, very excited to see where the story goes. I think it's gonna take a little bit of time to build up to be. Can't wait for the next episode. First episode was pretty good. I'm not like dying for it to be tomorrow to watch the next one. I think it's gonna take a little bit, but so far they're laying the foundations for a pretty interesting show in this Dune world. So I'm really happy for it so far. So yeah, I think that's it for World Between Fandoms and things I've been watching recently. I just mentioned I watched Interstellar again. It's a great movie out there. I cried, but that's fine. All right, so that does it for our show today. Let me put some outro music here as we start saying our goodbyes. Thanks to Ati for showing up out of the blue. Hopefully he has a good time out there in the gym. Again, Planet Fitness, not our sponsors, but if you want to sponsor us, we'll take it. Thanks to our friends who send us questions. Star Wars Legends Lounge from a certain point as Q and Katrina. Thank you for your questions. Thank you, as always, to Dale and to Brennan for joining us in the chat. If you were out there listening to our show at any point, thank you also for jumping in. and watching. If you're watching this later, also thank you so much. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button so we can keep bringing you great episodes and great fun episodes as always. So we'll be back next week as long as there's Star Wars stories and Star Wars news, I should say. We're very close to Skeleton Crew, so if not next week, but the next one, we'll be talking about the first 2 episodes. So, all right, guys, I'll see you next week or next time. Stay safe, be safe, and this is the way.